everybody. What's up, guys?
I'm Kevin. This is Thomas. We are here for your Week 11 podcast because fuck the other guys. What we have behind us is just a representation of our Week 1 Charlie on top, Malcolm on bottom. We don't have to explain the rest of it. You can already tell.
He's been getting in that ass all year.
Everybody's getting a turn in this one. But we like the Week 1 win because it bothers Malcolm so much. And right now, I think we're having a phone call. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Let's see who we got on the podcast with us this week.
Hey guys, thank you for welcoming the league's number one drafter, the person that drafts the most expert players at the expert time. Here to talk to you all about a few things that are going on this year. Some great things, some really great things going on, probably the best things in the league. You know how that goes. So first of all, I know we're in week 12 about to start, but let's talk about the most important week that has happened so far. And that is week number 1. All right, week number 1 is important because you got to get things going right, but more importantly, you got to beat the right people. And in my case, you got to beat Malcolm. And how did that happen, you ask? Well, it happened very clearly because I drafted 3 quarterbacks in the first 5 rounds, and he did not. All right, everyone was laughing at that strategy, but guess what? Didn't matter. Week 1 came out with the W. You know why? Lamar Jackson, Chris Carson did great, while Malcolm's whole team, trash. You know why they're trash? No 3 quarterbacks. I'm telling you, works every time, okay? Not only that, but all 3 of my quarterbacks outperformed his quarterback. It's another good sign of a week you're going to win right there, because when your bench is doing better than the other person's bench, I could have set my tight end and someone else, and I still would have won if we would have tied because my 2 quarterbacks outperformed his whole bench pretty much. So there you go, 3 quarterbacks. I'm telling you guys, that's the way to go right there. You may want to look into that strategy for next year. All right. Some other things to talk about that are going on this year too. You got to know when you need to dump your quarterbacks. All right. I started with 3 quarterbacks. Did I mention those 3 quarterbacks beat Malcolm in week 1? All right. Just wanted to make sure I did that. But with those 3 quarterbacks, you got to know when to trade them. Traded one off, got a running back. That helped out a little in the year. And then I traded the other one off. You got to know when to do that at the right time of the year, because when you trade them off, you just know they're going to have a bad week, and the person in front of you in your division standings is going to start that quarterback because they think they're good when they're really not. Hence why I hadn't started them all year. And they're going to lose. And because of that loss, now I'm tied with them in the division standings. Which, by the way, did I mention in the division standings we're above Malcolm? All right. So, also helping you with a bye week scenario here. When you draft 3 quarterbacks, who cares what week is bye week? You got 3 quarterbacks. There's always one to throw in there, right? Let's see. What else? Oh, here's another interesting stat for you boys. Since I drafted 3 quarterbacks, just thought I'd let you know. If I were to play Malcolm every single week up to this point in week 12, I would be 7-4. And I'd be tied for first place in the other division. But guess what? None of that matters because beat him week 1, 1-0. That's the only one that matters, only one we got to worry about. And he's going to finish below me in the standings, even if I lose these 2 games. How's that for an analysis, boys? All right, that's Charlie signing off. Hope you all have good luck this week. And talk to you next week.
Insightful analysis on the 3 QB strategy.
Thank you, Charlie. I mean, I hope everybody had a notepad out taking notes on that one, because that's how you win week 1 right there. 3 quarterbacks doesn't matter. Now you can only start 1 quarterback.
Sitting 5-6 in the division. Charlie's got a chance to make the playoffs.
He does, and I know someone that would love for Charlie to make the playoffs.
Who's that?
That'd be Malcolm. Yeah, Malcolm. So, I mean, of course, what else could we talk about here except for oh shit. Except for there's always one thing in the podcast that we always have to talk about, and that's gaping buttholes. It's gaping buttholes porn right here. So, as always, we always hear about all these gaping buttholes of everything going into buttholes, so we will make a special sound for this. And that's when we know we've gone way too long without talking about buttholes. You'll hear that sound, and you will know what time it is. So let's get right into it. Thank you, Charlie, for that awesome analysis, and we'll get right into Week 11. So in Week 11, we'll start with our game.
We're going to start with the elephant in the room.
We're going to start with that elephant in the room, and it's the Eli's dumb fucking face against Law and Order Trade Rape Unit. And we don't give a fuck about the winner of that game. Congratulations to them. It's going to be more about what the fuck the loser did wrong.
This podcast is going to be strictly reliant on all of your shitty picks this week.
So enjoy. So if we look down at my shitty team and what they did, the only thing that I could have changed was put Todd Gurley on the bench and start Wilkins for Indy, which would only give me 1 point. The one thing that I could not stop was fucking Taysom Hill in the fucking tight end slot. Nothing I can do about that. All I can say is fuck off ESPN. Maybe a stat correction will come out soon. We'll fix all that. But as of now, I was just fucked.
ESPN actually got quite a bit of hate mail for that. So it's not just you.
You won't guess who's sitting one of those hate mails. So our next game we have will be Don. Congratulations to Don. Good win. But let's look at Kyle Worley. How did he fuck up here? Let's just start with joining the league. Oh my God.
Kyle, you messed up when you paid the $20 to join, and it looks like you did about half the work that Don did this week. Finished 148.72. You had a guy go 0. You had a guy go -1. You had a guy go 4, 5, 2. I don't know. I mean, Don really just beat you with 2, 3 players.
A top 3 scorer on the team is Young Ho Koo.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
It's just a fun name to say, but when he's a top scorer for your team, you're not going to have a good time. But, Frank Gore on the bench, you probably could have started him instead of Burkhead. I mean, who the hell starts a white running back unless it's Christian McCaffrey? It's just not good fantasy football.
I don't think Marquise Brown scored a point in a couple weeks. Seems like.
Not living up to that Hollywood name of his this year.
Mm-hmm.
But congratulations to Don, Kyle. Oh, my God. So our next matchup is probably our favorite one that we saw. It's Tucker's Diddy versus Play Like a Gronk Star. Party Like a Gronk Star. I mean, what an upset here. Congratulations to Joey, but let's look at what the fuck Taylor did here. You want to start it off here?
Yeah, this is actually what Charlie had something to say about, I believe, with Taylor just acquired Matt Ryan from Charlie last week, right?
Yeah, he did.
A decent little trade. But it looks like Matt Ryan didn't pan out this week for you, Taylor. Don't really know what to say about that. He was playing New Orleans. I mean,
you knew he was going to have to throw.
Yeah. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but you just did it with the wrong guy.
And, I mean, you dropped your other quarterback, which I know you had Burrow at one time, which you dropped him after 1 week, but now his leg's floating off of Dak's ankle, trying to create one leg of itself, and it's just not panning out for both of them right now. So, I mean, you could have started Michael Pittman for Julio. I mean, Julio still had that hamstring issue going on. You can't really know when he's going to go off or anything, but well, good job, Joey.
Joey with his 4th win of the year. He's now over 1,000 points scored. Congratulations.
Good job,
and he's
Joey.
on a 2-game win streak.
All right, so our next one was the big dogs. 2 first-place teams, KY Jelly versus Suck My Fickin' Dick. Congratulations to Kyle Turman here. And let's break down what the fuck Brandon did.
You benched Adam Thielen.
Benched Adam Thielen.
That's a big no-no.
Oh, for Will Fuller. Why the fuck would you ever bench Adam Thielen?
Thielen against Dallas. That's,
oof.
I don't know how you could have sat that one and been comfortable watching that at home, but Thielen over Fuller, Thielen over
Ridley too.
Ridley coming off injury, so there's a lot to discuss there. Or
I'm not
New
sure
Orleans-
about the Kareem Hunt deal here either.
Kareem Hunt?
Yeah. I mean,
Against Philly?
Chubb's back. Kareem's seeing less carries and everything. Is there another? I mean, you had J.K. Dobbins on the bench.
You could make the argument for J.K. just because I think Mark Ingram was out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, him and Gus Edwards would have been splitting.
Yeah. But it all boils down to Adam Thielen. Why the fuck would you ever sit Adam Thielen? You got two of the best receivers in the game with Adams and Thielen, and
Adam Thielen.
Adam Thielen. Why not? You got Adams and Thielen, and you're sitting Thielen. I just don't understand. And it cost you.
Could have also played the New Orleans defense. And I think that would have got you 10 more points, but maybe not enough.
Yeah. It just boils down to that one thing.
Yeah.
That one thing. So let's look at the losers, Charlie, which, I think he needs to change his name. Maybe to
the 3 QB winners.
Yeah, 3 QB winners, or maybe incorporate Malcolm's name into your team name next year.
Charlie top, Malcolm bottom.
Yeah, that'll work. So, Charlie, good job for you. Micah with 67 points this week. What do you think about that?
I don't know if that's low for the year, but
Gaping
sounds like we haven't talked
buttholes
about that.
everywhere. Pancakes, imaginary penises going into Malcolm's butthole.
Malcolm, we had to look this up for you, but the average diameter of a Waffle House waffle is 8 inches. So if your asshole can spread 8 inches, you would be able to shove waffles in your ass and possibly walk out of Waffle House in under an hour.
Yeah. 24
You just
waffles.
have to shove 24 of them up there.
Yeah, 24 waffles in under an hour. If you can do that, then might as well lose and take one for the league.
Charlie's not losing.
Yeah, Charlie's up and Charlie's looking good right now. But let's get back to our matchups that we have. We're talking about Micah's team right now. And
Micah could have made one different play. That's how bad his whole team is.
it's not looking good. I believe Micah's pregame speech before every game includes a sledgehammer to all of his running backs' knees, just so they get hurt so they don't play. That's the only thing that happened to his team this whole year. Chubb had 100 yards, but no touchdowns. Chark and Cooks.
Even Brady had a bad day.
Brady had a bad. There's not much to do with this. Might want to look on the trade block, Micah, because this team is. I kind of like Kyle Worley's team better than this one right now.
Micah's team does well. I've never seen Kyle's team do well. That's bottom line.
There's not much to say about this. Let's see. I think Micah would have lost to Kyle this week. Yep, by 5.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you know what? I don't like Kyle's team at all. I take back everything I just said. It's
just Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes and Young Hoku.
Young Hoku, leading scorer.
Yeah,
leading scorer.
You can
Young
always count on Young Hoku. And let's get to our last matchup, the brotherly matchup. Phillip Rivers Abortion Clinic versus This Ain't No Dolphin Tail. And Biko comes out on top in this brotherly matchup.
Biko on top. Once again, Malcolm on bottom.
He's better looking.
Maybe a little more charismatic.
Yep. People like him more. But
yeah.
But, Hayden Hurst. How much do you think Malcolm cursed his name on Sunday?
So Biko finishes with 122. Malcolm finishes with 118. Hayden Hurst drops a dud. And you have Mr. Jordan Akins sitting on the bench with 13.
I believe he talked about Jordan Akins last week.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't worth a damn.
Yeah, it wasn't worth a damn.
Wasn't worth a damn.
13 points, 5 receptions,
so if you have
83 yards.
You have 13 to 118. That's more than 4, right?
That is. That's a victory. Yeah, that's a victory there.
And once again, Kenyon Drake sitting at the bottom of your bench, Malcolm, while his substitute is starting in your RB2 spot over your flex.
Let me look this up. When did Malcolm draft Kenyon Drake?
I believe it was the second round.
Is it second round?
It's like second or third round.
Is that snake? He was at the bottom of the snake, wasn't he?
And then he got like Clyde and
then he went Kenyon Drake, I believe, and he's just buried down here. It's almost as if he's an injured reserve way down here.
Yeah, I didn't even think we had that many bench spots.
Yeah, but he's still sitting down there with 15 points.
Just lost by 4.
Yep, that's a. Eesh. I mean, Christian Kirk. I mean, what are you going to start 2 running backs from the same team?
Your team did well, Malcolm. It's just you lost.
It's that gaping asshole.
That gaping asshole it's like a black hole that just sucks in all of your positive fantasy anything. You just have to close that gap. Close the butthole.
Close the butthole. And we have another butthole reference, and we need to talk about it. Close the butthole.
Let's work on shrinking
Tighten
the buttholes.
Tighten it. Make it smaller.
Shrink the buttholes.
Smaller. All right? Just work on that. We're going to get there.
Kegels.
Kegels, yes, of course.
Kegels will tighten your ass.
But so let's jump into next week real quick. We'll give you our predictions of the losers. We don't predict winners here. It's all about the losers. So the first game I have here is
Do this list?
Yeah, do that one.
All right, so the first matchup we have is me versus Biko. To be honest, I don't think I'm going to win.
I hope you win. I can't. Biko needs to lose.
I have been getting, not going to lie, I've been getting terribly lucky with everyone not scoring points against me. So that's my role this year.
All right.
I'll ride that role as long as it keeps giving me W's.
Absolutely.
Second one, we got Kyle Worley versus Kevin.
I like my chances here against Kyle Worley. I need to pretty much win out the rest of the way to secure that playoff spot. And, I mean, with Kyle's number 1 running back being Melvin Gordon, I feel pretty safe in this.
Yeah, I agree with that. Next one is Taylor versus Don. This is going to have some playoff seeding implications, I believe.
If Taylor beats Don, he probably jumps him in standings, and I would love for that to happen. I need Taylor to come out with this one just to help my case, because
looks like that Atlanta Las Vegas game is going to be a big game for you guys.
Las Vegas. So it's all right. I'm going to go with Taylor in this one too.
I think I'll win.
Don's going to lose.
Don's got the receivers.
Who you got? Who's going to lose?
I think Taylor's going to lose.
Taylor.
I'm sorry, Taylor.
Okay, that's fine.
Taylor, you got a good shot at winning. I don't like it this week.
All right. Our next game is a matchup where Joey has already beaten Kyle Turman one time.
Ooh. Joe's like the Raiders going for the sweep on the Chiefs.
Right. Does he do it?
I don't think the Chiefs didn't win, did they?
Yeah, they didn't.
Or the Raiders
didn't win.
Yeah. Well, good luck, Joey.
Yeah. I got Joey losing this matchup here.
Yeah.
Not 2 times in a year.
Kyle's got too much shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So we just then we got Charlie versus Brandon.
Losers versus suck my freaking dick. Charlie, how are you gonna rotate those quarterbacks this week?
I think he only has 2 now. He traded off.
Charlie, are you interested in Taysom Hill?
Oh,
he's a newly listed quarterback.
Not tight end anymore.
You don't have to worry about that.
But you know what? I'm going to take Brandon as the loser in this one. Charlie's going to shock the world here. He's feeling confident after that phone call we had with him.
I got Charlie losing.
Okay. Oh, and this matchup is looking great. Malcolm versus Micah. Micah's team has been shit for a while.
This is going to be the test, Malcolm. Is your team really just unwinnable? Like, can you win? And I think Mike has been struggling enough to where his team has shown that it's not the strongest right now. but it could also be in the coming week.
One thing here. That running back from Micah, the first number one running back he's got.
Mr. Chubb?
Mr. Chubb. What does Chubb mean for other things?
Usually means a big dick.
Yeah, a big dick getting hard, right? If Malcolm doesn't start to close that asshole, yep, there it is again. Doesn't start to close that asshole, I believe Chubb is just going to rail it inside. So I'm going to pick Malcolm to lose. Why not? I mean, he's on a roll of that losing streak, so let's
see.
Let's keep it going.
What's your? Where are you at on the win lose? Oh, Malcolm's on a three game losing streak.
I think he's going to keep rolling. He's going to keep that hot streak going.
Mike is on a 2-game losing streak, so y'all are going to tie.
Ooh.
No.
All right, last thing here. Our power rankings are none other than, you know what that noise means. This is our Butthole Power Rankings. Welcome to the Butthole Power Rankings. As of right now, Kyle Worley did just have surgery, so right now it looks like he has 2 assholes. But is he at the top of our Butthole Power Rankings? No!
Absolutely not.
Who's it going to be?
The one, the only, Philip Rivers Abortion Clinic.
That's number 1 on the Butthole Power Rankings.
Your butthole is proven too large for anyone else in this league.
Number 2 will be Kyle Worley, just because of that. And then tied for 10th is everybody else.
Yeah, we just assume everyone else has normal size assholes. We don't want to make anyone feel bad about that.
Well, that's all we have for everybody today. I hope you enjoyed a nice piece of fresh air in the podcast.
Nice fresh breath.
Yeah, fresh breath of air. And you don't have to hear Kyle Turman and his stupid fucking laugh or Malcolm just talk. So we decided to do this while we had some extra time, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. I know I did.
I had a great time.
So
I hope we're invited back.
Oh yeah, we shall see. I don't think so, but you never know.
Might have to adjust those butthole rankings.
Always remember, Charlie on top, Malcolm on bottom. Have a good day.